Morning, owls. I hope you've all had a lovely weekend. And I hope you all remembered it was Father's Day and gave your dads wonderful cards and gorgeous presents and made him cups and tea and all of those sorts of things. Anyway, back to school. Right, this week in our measures lesson, we're going to have a look at parallelograms. We're going to try to describe the properties of and to calculate the area and perimeter of parallelograms. Below, you can see 6 different quadrilaterals. I wonder if any of you can spot the parallelograms within those quadrilaterals. Now, I bet some of you have found 2 parallelograms in those quadrilaterals, but actually there are 4 parallelograms within those 6 quadrilaterals. The obvious one is this one and this one. But if we think about the properties of a parallelogram, where we've got 2 pairs of parallel sides, surely a rectangle is a parallelogram, yeah? And a square is a parallelogram. Brilliant. Let's see how good you are at trying to spot parallelograms. On this page, we've got a selection of parallelograms and trapeziums. Remember that a parallelogram has 2 pairs of parallel sides, and a trapezium has only 1 pair of parallel sides. Colour all of the parallelograms blue and the trapeziums red. Brilliant. Now we're going to try to draw some parallelograms, remembering that we've got 2 pairs of parallel sides. So, I'm just going to find a pen. Okay, so if we're using squared paper, it's really easy to draw a parallelogram because we can use the lines on our squared paper to help us to find 2 of those parallel sides. So remember that opposite sides need to be parallel and equal in length. So we've got one side which is 6 squares long. So then we just need to draw another side that is 6 squares long and join them up. Do you agree that that shape has got 2 pairs of parallel sides? This side is, wrong colour. This side is parallel to this side, and this side is parallel to this side. Should we try drawing another one together? Let's try and draw it a different colour. So remember, we need to have one side. Okay, let's see how long we've made it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares long. Then anywhere else on the page, draw another line that's 7 squares long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we join them together. What can you tell me about the lengths of the sides of a parallelogram? Brilliant. So the lengths of the sides of the parallel are always, the opposite sides are always equal. So this side is the same length as this side, and this side will be the same length as this side. If we know that opposite sides are the same length, it's really easy, isn't it, to find the perimeter of a parallelogram, the distance all the way around the outside. If we know that our parallelogram is 6 centimetres long and it's 3 centimetres high, the perimeter will be 6 add 6 add 3 add 3. That makes our perimeter Just write it down. Perimeter is equal to 3 add 6, which is 9, doubled, which is 18 centimetres. Yeah? Let's try this one. This time we've got the long side is 7 centimetres and the short side we'll say is 5 centimetres. If we're measuring the perimeter, remember we're going to say 7 add 5 and double it because this is a 7 and this is a 5. So the perimeter of this parallelogram is 7 add 5 is 12, double it, 24 centimetres. Okay, remember when it's a perimeter, it's a length, so it's simply centimetres. Okay, let's have a look at how we can calculate the area of a parallelogram. This seems a bit tricky, doesn't it? Because we know how to find the area of a rectangle and we know how to find the area of a triangle, but this is a parallelogram. How do we find the area of a parallelogram? Well, actually, it's much easier than you think. Watch what I'm going to do really carefully. I'm going to draw a line. I'll make it a little thin line, I think. Don't want to make it to spoil my lovely parallelogram. If I make a line here, what shape can you see on the end? That's right, it's a triangle. Now watch, this is really clever. If I take that triangle and move it all the way over here, what shape have I now created? Brilliant, it's a rectangle. And we know how to find the area of a rectangle, don't we? To find the area of a rectangle, we need to be able to multiply the long side by the short side. So if we've got a parallelogram with one side 8 centimetres and we know what the height of the parallelogram is, we can work out the area. So here we can write area equals 8 multiplied by 5, which equals 40 centimetres. And I'm trying to find that little squared. There we go, 40 centimetres squared. Let's see if we can use what we've learned to work out the area of these parallelograms. We know the long side is 8 and the height, make sure it's not this length here, the height is 5 centimetres. So the area here is 5 times 8, 40 centimetres squared. Can you do this one? What's the long side and what's the height? Multiply them together and we get, faster than me, 60 centimetres squared. Brilliant. You're going to have a go at recognising parallelograms, drawing parallelograms, and then calculating the area of some parallelograms. Good luck. Bye.